Why is the world's oldest national public museum removing the word Palestine from its ancient history displays? And who benefits from this historical erasure? In February 2026, the British Museum in London, home to over 8 million works spanning 2 million years of human history, quietly began removing the term Palestine from its Middle East gallery panels and labels. The change followed a targeted campaign by UK Lawyers for Israel, UKLFI, a pro-Israel legal group that complained the term was historically inaccurate and anachronistic when applied to ancient periods. The museum now admits Palestine no longer holds a neutral designation and may be understood as political territory, replacing it with terms like Canaan, Judea, or Kingdoms of Israel and Judah. But when a museum rewrites its labels to erase a people's connection to their land, is this historical accuracy? Or is it just another systematic attempt to erase Palestine from history? The pressure campaign was precise and legally framed. UKLFI argued that applying Palestine across thousands of years erases historical changes and creates a false impression of continuity, requesting the museum use period-specific terminology instead. The museum complied, updating Levant gallery panels covering 2000 to 300 BCE to emphasize Canaan and the Canaanites and the rise of the kingdoms of Judah and Israel. A panel in the Egypt galleries was amended to replace Palestinian descent with Canaanite descent. UKLFI celebrated the changes as an important step toward ensuring visitors receive an accurate understanding of the ancient Near East. But critics note the group has no historical expertise, only a political agenda to sever Palestinian claims to the land. This is part of a broader pattern of institutional erasure. The change comes as Israel's government actively denies Palestinian historical connection to the land, with Prime Minister Netanyahu claiming Palestinians never existed, and funding archaeological projects that exclusively highlight Jewish heritage. The British Museum's decision validates this narrative, using historical accuracy as cover for political erasure. By contrast, the museum has faced no similar pressure to remove Israel from displays covering periods when no such state existed, revealing whose history is protected and whose is disposable. What do you think? Should museums use period-specific terminology to maintain historical precision, or is this just a politically motivated erasure of Palestinian identity and connection to the land? Drop your thoughts below. The museum's justification reveals a double standard in how neutrality is applied. The British Museum told the Jerusalem Post that while Palestine was established in Western scholarship as a geographical term since the late 19th century, it no longer holds a neutral designation. Yet the museum continues to use Israel, equally loaded with modern political meaning, without similar concern for anachronism. For modern maps, the museum uses UN terminology: Gaza, West Bank, Israel, Jordan, reducing Palestine to non-existence even in contemporary contexts. Scholars and activists have condemned the move as ridiculous and erasing history, noting that Palestine as a geographical term has existed since ancient Greek and Roman sources, regardless of modern statehood.